the channel. Thanks for coming by, guys. If you don't know me, my name is Jess. I'm a Canadian electrical apprentice. If you want to know more about me, I will link some videos below about how I got into the trade and where I am now. But today I have a video about what's in my closet for workwear construction edition as a female in the trades. So I'm in my spare bedroom because I literally have an entire closet. Like, there's things underneath my dresser that don't even fit in here, but this is my whole closet for my workwear. When I first started out in the trades, I mean, even before that, like growing up, I've always had a really hard time finding clothes that actually fit me because I'm very petite. I'm about 100 pounds. I was 115 when I was working out, and I'm short. I'm 5 feet tall. So I've always had a hard time trying to find clothes that actually fit me, that I don't have to wear a belt with. And then when I got into the trades and construction, it was like 10 times worse because there's not a lot of females in the trades. Companies are just now trying to catch up to making women's workwear and making women's workwear that actually fits them and works for them. To be honest, when you start out as an electrical apprentice or any apprentice, you don't make the best wages and workwear is expensive. So I'm going to show you some cheaper options and some options that might be a little more expensive, but you only need like 1 or 2 pairs of. So when you're working in the trades, you're going to be working in all of the elements. You're going to be working in cold, hot, rainy, sunny, all of it. I did get into the trades and I was trying to collect workwear. The first thing I did was grabbed all my old sweaters, and that's what I still use to this day. There's a couple new ones, but for the most part, these sweaters are going to get dirty. They're going to get cut up. They're gonna end up being rags, so you might as well just, as long as they're warm and they do the job, that's what I've been using. So basically all my sweaters are in these 2 drawers. I worked a lot of resi to begin with, so I needed these. Even these, like, I always went through because I was double layering them. So for example, this is one that I splurged on. It's a Carhartt sweater. This is the Carhartt Relax Fit in a size small. It is a woman's size. One thing I will say about working in the trades is your laundry is going to be disgusting, especially if you're working in industrial, like a factory or a car plant like I was. So I do actually, if you see over there in the corner, I have a laundry bin just for my work clothes. I will wash them separately because it's gross. And then old sweaters that, again, I wasn't really wearing, so I'll use them in the trades. So for sweaters, I have a couple of hoodies with a hood on them, and then I also have a lot of crew necks. These ones are from Walmart. They're just the Fruit of the Loom. These are good for like fall time, late spring, where it's kind of chilly in the morning and it gets hot in the afternoon. I just throw this on. It's easy to take off. These are also good for layering, so this will be one of my first layers, and then I usually put a bigger sweater on for when it's minus 30 outside. Obviously, I have some zip-ups as well. When you're dressing for the cold in the wintertime, you always want to have layers that are easy to whip off because you don't want to sweat as soon as you start sweating, and you start taking those layers off because you're already wet and gross. You're going to get cold and it's going to make you sick. So this is a fleece-lined sweater. It's actually a sweater that I had bought years ago just to wear, like in the fall, and it's from Urban Planet. You know, one of those cheap stores like Stitches or Sirens? Here in Ontario we have that. I don't know if it's popular anywhere else, but it was like, I don't know, 20 bucks, 10 bucks, but case in point, do you see, it's just ripped and torn, but it still works. It's still warm. I'm still gonna wear it. It's not a fashion show. Dude, I literally have to stuff this because it doesn't fit. I have so many sweaters. Again, I have an entire drawer of sweaters. Sorry, I lied. It's not an entire drawer. Going back to the winter time, I have a lot of just thick tights that I've acquired over the years. Like, I think, again, these are from like Stitches. Again, these are just tights that I will be able to wear. I could put 2 of these on, plus my Carhartts or cargo pants or whatever I choose to wear that day. I also have, if you go to like Winners or Marshalls, they usually have a good selection of sportswear. So these are actually Reebok tights, but inside they're fleece lined. So again, these were like, I don't know, 20 bucks. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You're just working in them. I should honestly have these hung up, but I don't have any more room because I have a lot of personal clothes that I don't even have time to wear, so it doesn't make sense. But and then in this drawer I have all of my shirts, sports bras. So I have a lot of plain t-shirts. You can find them at Walmart for like $10, or I like to go to Value Village, and usually you find the Walmart ones anyways, and they're a lot cheaper because you're going to destroy them anyways again. So why spend a lot of money when you don't have to? It's just working. I have a lot of old tank tops from like God knows when. Like, they're so ratty and gross, but these are really old tank tops that I like to put underneath my t-shirts, especially when I know I'm like bending over. I don't know, I get self-cautious and I want something tucked in tight. Now, some sites you go to, you're not going to be able to wear short sleeves like t-shirts or tank tops, but when I was in Resi, a lot of the sites allowed us to wear those things because we're working in like plus 40. It was just too hard. So I did buy these from Walmart in their sports sections or workout section. Just a plain, airy racer rack. Super cheap. I think these were like $12 or something. And then when it is cold, I did purchase one of these from Mark's Work Warehouse. It's a size small. I found one in the women's section. It's a fleece-lined thermal shirt. This was a little pricey. I got the leggings too. It was probably like $80 for the two of them. It just hurts when you're an apprentice, you know. But this I pretty much worn every single day when I did need to wear it when it was cold out. So this is definitely a must-have. When it was COVID and we needed some sort of mask, I did pick these up from Giant Tiger. They're kind of those, you know, those ones that says it like has multi-purpose use, like your head or mask or scarf. That's what this is. Now that COVID's over, I do use it as a headband to keep my hair inside my hard hat, so it's not driving me absolutely bonkers, because I hate that. I hate when your hair gets all matted behind your neck. Ugh, can't stand it. So I use these quite a bit. They smell gross, but I swear they're clean. So again, for winter, I have a lot of toques that I've just acquired over the years. This is, I don't even know, just a plain brown toque. I usually try to get the thin ones that will fit under my hard hat, so that if it is super cold, I can wear both. When I first started out, I did splurge, and I got a couple Carhartt beanies, but these have lasted me like 2 or 3 years, probably 3 years actually. Still going strong. Depending on the plant that you're working in, if you're in industrial, you will have to have either a safety vest or some sort of high vis. Normally you need to have the belt stripe that goes across, and you'll have to have the X on the back. Like I said, some sites require a vest, and for the vest to be done up, some you can get away with wearing a t-shirt. Normally you do have to get the orange colored high vis, especially if there's a vehicle movement on the job site. I do have a couple yellow ones. These are all from Giant Tiger. I think they were $20 each, but it's just a lot nicer, especially when it's hot in the car plants. Like, I will literally just wear that in my sports bra because it's just disgusting. Like, you're soaked, you're dripping in sweat. So I don't recommend wearing your very expensive bras. Bras are like $50 each. Wear the cheap sports bras. Again, like, go to Walmart. They have them for $20, $10. Get them on clearance. Like, I mean, I guess it's easy for me to speak. I have a small chest, but definitely just go get a sports bra. Like, you don't want wires pinching underneath while you're trying to move up and down. It's just much more comfortable if you get that. Okay, now moving on to this section of my dresser. This drawer I don't actually use for my clothes. I have random things like my camera and a couple just other like office stuff. This is our spare bedroom, so it's kind of like a catch-all room. So I believe, yeah, this one is my pants drawer. So for pants, in Resi, I used to be super uncomfortable wearing like tight fitting pants because you're with a bunch of men all day and you're young, and it was never a comfortable thing for me to do. But as I started working and I got a little more experience under my belt, I decided I don't care. And I saw other girls wearing skinny jeans, so I do have a couple like not super tight skinny jeans, but a couple of more fitted jeans that are more comfortable for when you're bending down and you're doing receptacles and you're pulling wire or you're boxing. I do really like to wear these. As for cargo pants, I did get a couple cheap ones. These are from Blue Notes, and at the time they were $10. So I got a couple of these, and they are elastic fit, high-waisted. When I get pants, I always try to get some with the pockets on the side. That's why I usually get the cargo pants. This is going to be really useful for when you don't want to wear your tool belt and you need morettes or screws or just your side cutters or a couple small tools. These are super comfortable, and they've lasted me. They have a couple tears and like drywall mud on it, but these have lasted me for a couple years. So it just goes to show you that cheap doesn't necessarily mean like bad quality. So these are kind of windbreaker pants that I had. Like, I don't even know where I got these from, but inside they're nice and fleece lined. So these are just good for sometimes in resi when you're working outside and you're going from inside to outside. And if you're going from outside to inside, especially in the winter time, you don't want to be all wet when you're coming back in the house. So normally I would bring these, throw them over top whatever pants that I have on, and take them off when I go back inside. Because you do not want to sit in cold, wet clothes all day. Always have a spare. That's one thing that I've always done. Always have a spare set of clothes, like socks, pants, shirt, everything in your trunk, just in case, because you never know. And then I also did buy a couple of, I have these in black too, but a couple of Carhartt pants. These ones are a little more thinner. These ones were kind of my summer ones. These are the original fit. I did have to, what size did I get? I got a size 2 short, but even then they're still too long for me, and I'm 5 foot. And a size 2, I should have gotten a size 0, because these are my summer pants. I didn't buy them for layering, so I always have to wear a belt. And they're a little low rise. Some people like low rise, I don't. I wish I got ones that were a little higher. I recommend getting higher. You don't want to worry about like bending over and all your stuff is hanging out. It's never a good feeling. These are the straight fit. I've had these for a few years too. This is when I first started purchasing Carhartt. These are a size 4 regular, so I didn't get them shortened, but I did end up having to take the waist in. Or did I? Yeah, I did end up having to take the waist in a little bit because even with my belt and even with layers on it, underneath, it was still really loose. So I did get these a size up, and I should have gotten them like a size down. Usually I'm a size 0, and it would have been true to size if I got a size 0. Something else I recommend investing in is one of these types of belts. This is obviously super long. At first I didn't know how to shorten it, but at the back you can actually pull this out, and you can you can pull the belt through and cut off however much you need. So I do have to do that, and then you just burn the ends with a lighter. But this is a Helly Hansen workwear belt. It's super high quality. It was, I think, a little pricey. It was like $40, $40 for a belt. I've never purchased belts. I don't wear belts, but I need to get a good one because I was using like my fashion belts when I first started, like the ones with the little prong. And they were so hard to use. They weren't staying up, especially when you're trying to use the washroom, especially in a porta potty when you're doing resi. Like, it was just bad use. It was bad. So I got one of these. Okay, and then I just realized I had some in the laundry. So these are the black ones I was talking about. These ones I did get in a size 2, and they fit for the most part. I still have to wear a belt with them, but I definitely would have gone with the size 0, which is normally what I get. I'm going back to work next week for a couple of days. I took a short call, so I had to wash. I had all my clothes sitting there because like I said in my previous video, if you don't know what's going on, check out my previous video, but I had rushed to my mom's house, and I kind of threw everything there and forgot about it for a month. Like, this is the first couple weeks that we've actually been home trying to get back to normal. So in the next drawer, I have all of my socks. I have an extra sweater in there I can see already. And I have some of my overall bibs. So I didn't actually own any overall bibs, because they were a little pricey. They're about, I don't know, you can find them between $80 to $100. But working in the car plant, it was so dirty. I was getting in my car filthy. The black soot from the welding was just, ugh, it was disgusting, and it was all over my car. So what I like to do is wear a pair of coveralls over top of, like, whether it's spandex shorts or whatever. Like, you have to have something underneath these. I do anyways, but yeah, I'll put these on and like strip before I get into my car so I don't mess up my car. These I got on Amazon. They are Dickies. So these are an extra small. They don't fit like they're an extra small. Let me tell you, they are women's, but they don't fit like an extra small. So for some context, these are the Dickies coveralls. But as you can see, like, I have them rolled a couple times and they're still very, very long. So they do fit, like, from here. Yeah, they fit for the most part. I just definitely should have gotten them shortened. So these ones are my Carhartt ones. These are an extra small short, and they actually do fit. They're a little bit baggy, but again, baggy isn't always a bad thing, because especially if you're wearing it in the winter time. These are good for resi if it's raining or it's snowy out, because I would throw these on, take them off when I don't want to be wet anymore. So these do fit. It's an extra small short. That's pretty much it. For socks, I have a lot of, I did buy some of these from Mark's Work Warehouse. These are those, you know, when you see, or even I think Giant Tiger has them, those thermal wool socks. They're really, really thick on the inside. So these, I would normally wear a pair of cotton socks underneath and then put these on top for the winter. And then for regular cotton socks, I also got these at Mark's. They're inside out, but they are kind of a special type of wool, so that if you start sweating, I sweat like a man, so my feet are always gross. So I got a special type of wool sock where if you do get sweaty, it will absorb, like it won't leave your foot all pruny and wet and disgusting. Because again, especially if you're wearing work boots, steel toes, you will get, and you start sweating, it's literally like ice. It's awful. So I will wear a pair of these underneath those really thick woolen socks. If I'm not going to wear these, or it's not winter, I will just have a plain pair of cotton white socks. You can get them from Walmart, you know, that, just the whatever, the cheap brand. That is all I have for you guys today. I'm going to put away the rest of my workwear. It's stuff that I've already explained to you guys, but I'm going to put away and fold all this clothes. I really hope that helps some of you, especially the ones that are starting to get into the trade. Please don't spend a lot of money. Go to Giant Tiger, go to Walmart, go to Marshall's or Winners or whatever, Value Village, go to Value Village. Don't spend a lot of money. You don't have to spend a lot of money. Splurge and get a couple items, but yeah, you're there to make money. You're not there to spend money. So, I hope this helped you guys, and thanks for watching. Until next time, bye.